Hey guys, it's the Lego Detective, and at long last I'm doing another Beyblade video. I'm really sorry, but I'm kind of into a bit Legos now. I used to be into Beyblades as my main thing. Now Legos is my main thing again, hence my channel name. So yeah, you can't really blame me. That has been my biggest hobby, but I still have a few Beyblades to review, and of course, every once in a while I will do some battles. And even though I'm not into Beyblades as much, I still want to get Lost Longinus because El Drago is my first Beyblade, and Lost Longinus is basically the El Drago of Burst. Also, because I wanted him for. Actually, when I first decided that I was going to buy a Beyblade Burst, I saw a pre-order for Lost Longinus, but I didn't know that it was a pre-order until I looked at the description, and it was actually like some sort of pre-order. And technically, Lost Longinus was like the third Beyblade burst that I wanted to get. The first one was Zillion Zeus, because that was the first one that I saw. The second one was Xeno Excalibur, because that was the first one that I saw on Amazon, and the third one was Lost Longinus. But anyway, I'm probably gonna get him. But anyway, Dark Deathscyther, D2. And when I got this, I was so excited, but I was kind of stupid, and I threw away the box. So, whatever. YOLO, I guess. I'm also going to be reviewing this, the Carabiner Grip. It's going to be a separate review, but I will be doing both of them and uploading them both today. I think I'm just going to film them back to back. And I will do a test launch with Dark Deathscyther. But anyway, just going to split him into his three parts here. Let's start with the layers. So Dark Deathscyther, it's got, similar to the original Deathscyther, you have the four spikes. So you have this one, this one, this one, and this one. They each have their own properties. Well, these two are pretty similar. This one is a bit more of a rounded edge. This one's a bit more spiky on the edge. This one is just a tiny bit of a spike, but there are smaller bumps you can sort of see. So you're just going to get a small attack and then a bunch of like, I forgot what it's called. It's definitely, is it Smash Attack? I'm pretty sure that it's not Smash Attack. Maybe it's Barrage. I think it might be Barrage, where basically there's a bunch of smaller spikes. Each spike on its own doesn't do too much, but together they're powerful. And this is the best one right here because it's a sharper edge and it's sort of, or wait a second. It's sort of like, sorry, no, this is actually the best one. Sorry. This is similar to this. It's basically parallel. So these two are the same, but this is a more rounder edge. This one's much more spiky, and these two are the same, but this one's much more spiky. So these two, of course, the black, which is the scythe, if you can sort of see, this is the scythe. It's coming around with the blade. This is going to be these two right here. When it's going like this, that's going to be the biggest attack section. So as you can see, the details on the bay are pretty nice. You can sort of see some teeth there in the eye. And this is my favorite part of the entire bay, and I'm going to try to show you. See right there? I'm going to try to zoom in. Those little curly bits under his teeth, those are actually like his bony fingers, and then you can see over here, this is where his scythe goes up. So that's really cool for me. I really enjoy that. That's my favorite part of the entire Beyblade. That's just really awesome. A really awesome part for me. And the teeth on this guy are actually pretty good. Whoops. Anyway, next up is Force, otherwise seen on XFX, basically Excalibur Force Extreme. So it is not a new disc. I think of it sort of like a diamond. It's sort of diamond with like a more buffed up. Whenever I look at these pieces, like the main four spikes, I think of them as sort of shoulders because I look at these and I'm like, wow, it has shoulder pads. I don't know why, but it sort of looks like this section right here could be a shoulder pad, and yeah. It says a little F right there. And like most discs, they find some cool way to integrate the letter of the word of the disc, of the name of the disc, the first letter into it, so you can see that they're sort of like in the little embroidered like the elegance of it. You can see there's a little F right there. It's kind of hard to see, but if you just look at it for a little bit, you'll get it. So that's that. Next up is Jaggy, which I believe was a new driver. And this is going to be a bit hard to show you, but what I'm going to try to do is I have this awkward flashlight. It's going to be really awkward, but it's going to let you see this. This is it's a very bright light. As you can see, it's very bright. But you can see basically what it is it's a flat tip, but it has a small indent in it. It's not exactly a whole flat because it doesn't go completely through, but it's sort of like a halfway whole flat since it goes down into there a little bit. But anyway, there's also sort of like a spike. It sort of comes up, it sort of slants up a bit and then becomes flat. But there are all these other spikes going around. So, and the spikes, they're just like straight. They don't go in any specific direction. But yeah, it's kind of hard to see. I do apologize, but this is a very dark disc, and this is not the best light. So, yeah. Alright, so now let's see him put together. Actually, I'll give you a look at the teeth first. Pretty good teeth. The first tooth is definitely the best. At least it looks that way. So, pretty loud clicks. Let's do that again. You can see first and second teeth are pretty hard to click through. Okay, so it'll focus just so I can. Come on. Alright, so now let's do some test launches with Dark Deathscyther. Let's go. Dark Deathscyther Force Jaggy. Okay, so I was very luckily able to get a pretty good shot of the over area of this. But my camera is literally balancing. There is nothing holding it. So when I'm ripping the bay and my hand hits the camera, just if it falls down or something, please forgive me, because otherwise the alternative is you would be looking at the stadium like this and you would not be able to see like this whole area. So you can see most of the stadium here. So I'm just going to give this a shot. Right now I'm using this standard bay launcher. This is the one from Excalibur Force Extreme, and then the carabiner grip. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna take that off just for fair purposes. But you kind of need either a sword launcher, a light launcher and long winder, or a bay launcher. So this is more of a standard launcher, and of course he fell right off. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! As you can see, he's doing sort of a flower pattern. Then he started to speed up. That was not the best rip, but I haven't touched my Beyblades in a while, so just be aware of that. I don't think I've touched my Beyblades in like a few weeks. Mainly because I actually had a lot of tests recently, but yeah, so pretty simple. He starts just circling around the center of the arena. This time we'll do a bit harder. That wasn't too good. I'm going to do that one again. Yeah, I'm actually going to go around to the other side. This is much better, but you can see my shadow. I'm gonna move back. There we go. That works. That works. So the same pattern again. This time I'm gonna rip it the most vicious I can possibly rip. Actually, I didn't rip it as viciously because this arena is right next to my bed, and my finger slammed straight into my bed. So, let's do this. Okay, so, that was Dark Deathscyther Force Jaggy. Can I recommend this? Yes, the original Deathscyther is better, but that one's pretty expensive right now. I feel like this is a pretty fair bay. Like, it's not a bay like Wild Wyvern, which is really cool and you want to use, but you know that you're going to lose. And it's not like a bay like Lost Longinus or Odin, where you're going to win most of the time with it. You feel like you're just as good. It's like a fair bay, a very fair bay. It has an equal amount of ups as it does downs. It's not an extremely bad bay, but it's not an extremely good bay. I'd say that the teeth are the best part about it. There are better bays with better attacks, but I feel like this is a pretty middle bay. It's like around the average. Like most of the time when I get a bay, I'll just end up comparing it to one of the 3 Deathscyther or Dark Deathscyther layers that I have, because this feels to be a pretty good bay. But that's it for this review. Carabiner review coming soon. Right after I upload this, I'm going to be filming that. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'm out.